Well, hello the new, it's me, Leonard Wells, broadcasting as usual from Studio B here in the Giggle Mill in Haslingden, north of Manchester. Studio B, as you will most of you will know, is the home of Adolf Apfelstrudel, the most famous studio engineer on earth, from Berchtesgaden in Bavaria, which is in Germany. And he's a very sweet chap called Adolf Apfelstrudel. Used to work for the AA as a driver. Unfortunately, because of his war wounds, he refuses to appear in person before the audience. But occasionally he will just give a wave. And when he waves, he will only wave with his hand in a glove, because he's afraid that some of you may faint, because he was very badly injured during the war. So I'll just ask him if he's interested in talking to you today. Any chance you might... Oh, there's no need to be like that, Adolf. It looks like it's not on for today. So I'll just complete my little tale, which is about a blonde, very dazzlingly beautiful blonde. And she boards a plane in Washington to fly to Houston. And she sits down, she's in economy class, and everybody notices how beautiful she is. Oh, stunning. And anyway, one of the hostesses spots her creep out of her seat in economy and walk up to first class and sit down. So after a minute or two, she goes up to her and she says, "Excuse me, honey, but I saw what you did. You're not allowed to be in first class with an economy class ticket." She said, "Listen, sister," she says, "I'm blonde and I'm beautiful, and I'm going to Houston, and I'm sitting here whatever anybody says." So the air hostess says, "Well, all right, then I'm going to report this to the crew." So off she goes to the cockpit, and she tells the captain and co-pilot what the situation is. So the co-pilot says, "I'll come, I'll sort her out." So he goes back and he speaks to her and he says, "Listen, sister," he said, "you paid for economy. You're supposed to be in economy. You're not allowed in first class." She said, "I'm blonde and I'm beautiful and I'm going to Houston no matter what you say." So he goes back and he tells the captain. He said, "Captain," he said, "you better ring to have the police waiting in Houston." So the captain says, "She's a blonde, is she?" He said, "Yes." He said, "Right, leave it to me." He said, "I'm married to a blonde." He said, "I can actually speak blonde." So he goes back and he sees the situation and he speaks to her and he whispers in her ear, at which point she says, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry," and she gets up and goes back to economy. So when he gets back to the cockpit, the hostess who'd waited there for him and the co-pilot say, "How on earth did you manage that? What was it you whispered in her ear?" He said, "I just said to her that first class isn't going to Houston." Thank you and good night, folks.